Well, I better get the beta worship out of the way nice and early, and all I'm doing is repeating myself. What a frickin' awesome bike. That mellow laydown grunt that builds so smoothly to warp speed when needed. I found out the same crew who designed the excellent KTM 2-stroke engine were employed by Beta to build this one, so they improved on that already brilliant design. Plus they ditched that horrible tacked-on starter motor design and built in a stronger bulletproof starter for the Beta. The smooth power, lower seat height and light feel of the Beta really lend themselves to messing around with logs and technical stuff. One of our dreams is to ride up vertical faces, so there's been a bit of practice lately on tree stumps and tractor tyres in preparation. Unfortunately, all this footage was before our training session with Chris Birch, who taught us some really useful stuff for this sort of caper. If you've watched our bit on the punch technique for logs, you can see I'm really making a mess of this. The idea is to punch the log at around the 2/3 mark up to load up the suspension so the bike springs over the log. Most of the time I barely clip the log or miss it completely, making it a lot harder. We've set up these tractor tyres to approximate a vertical rock face. Again, I'm not punching the tyres to get that much needed lift. And then the linkage hooks up too and stops the bike fast. Can't wait to get that fastway linkage guard aborted. It should let the Beta just slip over when I make mistakes like this.
Nice! Hey, good pivot turn!
You can see Scott is much better at punching the tyres. The front suspension compresses and it gives the bike extra lift. It doesn't guarantee he'll get across, of course. This stuff takes an awful lot of balance and other techniques to make it all work.
I can hear the double blip happening. Woo! You do the hard stuff and then you fall off on the easy stuff.
I was just checking the back plate.
We're just trying a little kicker to make it a fraction easier for Scott. Chill out. Need a little TV screen on the handlebars.
Cardio workout.
So on to tree stumps. These are psychologically intimidating, as when you stuff up, you can't just put a foot out to steady yourself. It's an almost guaranteed fall off the stump. And again, I'm not punching it. And if I get over using momentum, I've got a lot of speed and just lose control. And remember, the Beta is a passionate Italian princess. If you don't master her, she will take over, as she loves being on top when the passion rises.
Could you please tell us a technique that you just employed there?
Well, first ride out, and this might have already saved me a speed aid. Well guys, when a Beta pokes you in the ribs, you know about it.
We learned some brilliant stuff about cornering in our Chris Birch training, things that started improving our riding within minutes. It'll take time to make them second nature though. I was out practicing yesterday and fell off 3 times because I was trying so hard to do the techniques, I wasn't picking my lines through the terrain properly. It made us all realise you can only learn so much through videos and articles. And even when you get your mates watching your technique, they will often miss things or not have the practical solutions for fixing the problem. Chris Birch is an engineer, so he really gets into the mechanics of good and bad riding technique, and he had a real knack for the right advice to fix various issues. So once we've got some of this new stuff sorted, we'll get some new training vids up, hopefully with some footage from the master himself, the Right Honourable Birch.